Good evening, everyone. Yeah. Thanks, Arun. Good. Shall we? So we discussed up to where? We discussed up to the location, places of interest in Uttar Pradesh, right? We will be starting with respect to agriculture, right? And if you look into the Uttar Pradesh, like we're stepping into it. If you look into the Uttar Pradesh, the eastern part of Uttar Pradesh receives more rainfall compared to the western part of Uttar Pradesh. Eastern part of Uttar Pradesh receives more rainfall Eastern part of Uttar Pradesh receives more rainfall compared to the western part of Uttar Pradesh. Sir, why, sir? The monsoon winds, which will be blowing from the oceans, will be carrying enough amount of water when they have been flowing over the oceans. But when they enter into the land, intense cooling will take place. Precipitation will take place. Rainfall will take place. So more rainfall in Bengal regions, then Bihar, and they enter into Uttar Pradesh. East will receive enough amount of rainfall. When they go to the Uttar Pradesh, the amount of moisture they carry will reduce. So compared to this eastern Uttar Pradesh, western Uttar Pradesh will receive less rainfall. That's it, right? So east will receive, within Uttar Pradesh we are comparing. We are not comparing with any other states. East receives more rainfall compared to west, right? Shall I further? Look into the climatic conditions also. You go further interior, already we discussed continentality will make you cold, right? Further interior, this part, the western part, will be slightly more colder than the eastern part. Western part will be colder than the eastern part. Western part will be colder than the eastern part. Yes? In the eastern part of Uttar Pradesh, rice dominates. Eastern part of Uttar Pradesh, rice dominates. In western part of Uttar Pradesh, western part of Uttar Pradesh, dominated by wheat and jute. East dominated by, not jute. East dominated by rice, west dominated by wheat and sugarcane. Dominated by wheat and sugarcane. You will also be able to see large number of sugarcane industries in the western part of Uttar Pradesh regions. Large number of sugarcane industries in the western part of Uttar Pradesh regions. Right. Next one. Tribes of Uttar Pradesh. Tharu is the major tribe. Tharu is the major tribe in Uttar Pradesh. We'll step into Bihar. Right? We'll step into Bihar. Look into the Bihar map. The Ganga will be dividing Bihar into two regions. Bihar will be divided into two by Ganga. will be divided, Ganga will be dividing Bihar majorly into two regions, right? And in the northernmost regions, look into the map, you will be able to see the northwesternmost regions. You will be able to see Valmiki. A tiger symbol will also be there, right? The northwesternmost region is Terai. Northwesternmost region is Terai. Uttar Pradesh is over Sindhya. We are going to Bihar. Northwesternmost region, Terai. And the southern regions you will be able to see Plateau. Southern regions, extension of Chota Nagpur Plateau will be there. While discussing about Jharkhand, no, we'll have Ranchi Plateau. Above Ranchi, we'll have Godarma. Above Ranchi Plateau, Asaribagh Plateau, and then Godarma Plateau will be there. All three together will be called as Chota Nagpur Plateau. That will be extending in your southern part, right? Apart from that, the entire region is plains. Similar to that of your Uttar Pradesh. He said northern part of Uttar Pradesh is forest, southern part of Uttar Pradesh is again forest. The entire other region is plains. Here we say again southern region is forest. You have a plateau regions. Northwestern region alone, you do have again Terai regions, forests, Shivaliks will be there. The rest of the entire land will be plains. Ganga plains will be there. Within that, we did not discuss about Buri Gandak yesterday. Buri Gandak. Next to Gandak, you will be able to see Buri Gandak in map. Burhi. Buri Gandak. Origin. Someshwar Hills. Tributary of Ganga. Buri Gandak. Origin. Someshwar Hills. Tributary of Ganga. Next one. Mahananda. Origin. Sikkim. Himalayas. Go to the next page where you will be able to see Sikkim, West Bengal and the northeastern states political map and the physical map. In that map, you will be able to see Mahananda River. The northeastern direction of Bihar and Sikkim regions, you will be able to see Mahananda River. Origin, Sikkim, Himalayas, tributary of Ganga. Industries of Bihar. Shall we? By one. We'll go by the river first and then we'll discuss on the directions, right? Can you identify Patna? Yes? Patna. On the right hand direction of Patna, you will be able to see Baruni. Petrochemical refinery. Baruni. Petrochemical refinery. We already discussed. Whenever petrochemical refineries are there, there is also a huge possibility of fertilizer industry, textile industry, all this will also be there, right? Petrochemical refinery, fertilizer industry, textile industry. Again, right hand direction to the Baruni, you will be able to see Begusarai. Right hand direction to Baruni, you will be able to see Begusarai. Yes. Industrial hub of Bihar. Industrial hub of Bihar. Yes. From Begusare, again you travel in the river, you will be able to see Bhagalpur. Bhagalpur. Silk textiles, it has GI tag. Bhagalpur. Silk textiles has GI tag. Yes. Below Patna, identify the place, Nalanda. Below Patna, slightly south east direction, you will be able to see Nalanda. Nalanda, yes. Ancient seat of education, Nalanda, ancient seat of education. You had ancient universities there, right? Ancient seat of education. UNESCO heritage site. UNESCO heritage site. Now also they, like 2014-15, they started again. Nalanda University has been revived. Wanted to make again Nalanda the seat of education. Nalanda International University has also been started. Below Nalanda, you will be able to see Gaya. Yes, place of Buddhist importance. Below Gaya, you will be able to see Bodh Gaya. What is the significance with respect to Bodh Gaya? Enlightenment of Buddha. Enlightenment of Buddha. Both Gaya and Bodh Gaya, holy site to Buddhism. Holy site to Buddhism. Next one, Sasaram. From Gaya, go the left hand side. You have been moving towards left hand side. From Gaya in your map, you will be able to see Sasaram. SA, RAM, Sasaram. The tomb of Shersha. Tomb of Shersha. What dynasty Shersha belongs to? Your history faculty would have discussed about it, right? Sur dynasty. Then can you identify a place called as Rajgir above Gaya, north to the eastern direction of Gaya? You will be able to see a place called as Rajgir. Cultural tourism, ancient town, and also cultural tourism takes place. Come back to Patna. We'll go on the northern direction now, right? Above Patna, you will be able to see Muzaffarpur. Muzaffarpur. Cement industries, fertilizers, cement industries, fertilizers. Above Muzaffarpur, in northeast direction, you will be able to see Madhubani. And for Madhubani paintings. Madhubani paintings. We saw Valmiki, no? We identified Valmiki in the northwest direction in the Terai region, right? Tiger reserve, only tiger reserve in Bihar. Valmiki is the only tiger reserve in Bihar. Valmiki is a tiger reserve. Valmiki is also a national park. Tiger reserve in, only tiger reserve in Bihar. Only national park in Bihar. Valmiki National Park or Tiger Reserve, right? Located on the banks of river Gandak, Gandak. Valmiki is located on the banks of river Gandak. Yes. Valmiki Tiger Reserve is located in the Shivalik Hills, foothills of Shivalik Hills. Tribes, major tribes of Bihar, Santal and Oraon. Major tribes of Bihar, Santal and Oraon. Then, shall I? Let's see the doubts and then we'll move to the next state, West Bengal. Yesterday we left protected areas of Himachal Pradesh. அப்படியா கனெக்டிவிட்டி நான் பேசுங்க கனெக்டிவிட்டி போயிட்டு தான் இருக்கு பேசினா கேட்கும் இல்லையா Didn't we discuss about the protected areas of Himachal? No, okay. We haven't discussed, we'll come one by one. We haven't discussed about the tourist places in Uttar Pradesh and National Park. Oh. We'll discuss about the protected areas of Himachal and then we'll also discuss about the protected areas of Uttar Pradesh. No need to worry about it. Dudhwa is the only tiger reserve there, right? We already, in the last class also we said Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal regions. You will have West Bengal at least slightly forest is more, but Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, because they are great plains, your Indus plains are available, your Ganga plains are available. The early time periods it would have been settled, agriculture would have been practiced, forest is very less. Similarly, protected areas is also very less. We'll discuss that, right? We ended yesterday with Renukut, yes. From today, we also told we'll start with agriculture. We start with agriculture. We'll come. No problem. We'll start it, right? And with respect to Uttar Pradesh, go to page number 37 in second edition and third edition. If you have a different edition, India Biogeographic Zones, Wildlife and Wetlands. Take that page. There will be a blue colored triangle. Dudhwa, D-U-D-W-A, Dudhwa. Tiger Reserve. Dudhwa, Tiger Reserve. Right? Remember, we discussed about the protected areas of Uttarakhand, but okay, maybe missed it by mistake. Protected areas of Himachal, right? Take the Himachal map, or the same map we will be able to do that, right? Page number 37 itself. Renuga, பேசுவீங்களா Renugala? Didn't we discuss about Renuga as a wetland? No? Yes. Yeah, I remember we discussed about it, right? Yes, we discussed, okay. Renuga is a wetland. Renuga is also a wildlife sanctuary. Renuga is a wetland. Renuga is also a wildlife sanctuary located in Himachal Pradesh. That's a wetland. That's a wetland. It's also a wildlife sanctuary. It's a wetland. Renuka is a wetland, and Renuka is also a wildlife sanctuary within Himachal Pradesh. That's one of the most important one within Himachal Pradesh. That's the reason why we didn't discuss about much others, right? And with respect to Uttar Pradesh, it is Dudhwa Tiger Reserve. That's the only important one. Tourist places we did not discuss. Places of interest place modi pesnolingla. What are the places we discussed with respect to Uttar Pradesh? Varanasi is important as a religious tourism. Prayagraj is with respect to Kumbh Mela, again religious tourism takes place. Agra, we said, discussed about it. Taj Mahal, we did not mention it as tourist, right? Rishikesh. Well, speaking about the places of interest that has been discussed with respect to cultural tourism, we did not discuss about within the separate heading. That's all we discussed, right? Shall I move? Buri Gandak is a tributary of Ganga. Yes. Chile, we did not discuss it. What is CHAL? Madhubani paintings, ma'am. Or sir? Madhubani paintings. Okay. We'll step into West Bengal. As we said earlier, there are certain places we give much more importance, much numbers of lakes will be discussed there because lakes are very important in that particular state. Some states we will discuss much with respect to national parks. Madhya Pradesh and all, we said Panna, Khanna, Bandavargar, Sayadri, all those has been discussed. You have a large amount of forest there. So obviously there will be more number of protected areas. But in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, even if you look at maps of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar on the same page, in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the small map in the same page, right? You will not be able to see anything there. Because that's the importance doesn't gain. That's it. Nothing more. Some places we discuss much in terms of tribe. Some places we say only the tribe. It's based upon the importance. Right? We step into West Bengal. Right? With respect to the physiography of West Bengal, we are stepping to the next state, West Bengal, with respect to the physiography of West Bengal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, Himalayas, sub-Himalayas, 3 upland regions, 4 plateau, 5 plateau fans, 6 upper Ganga, 7 lower Ganga, 8 Medinapur, coastal plains. Medinapur, coastal plains. Himalayas, sub-Himalayas, uplands, okay. Ayodhya is a place of religious importance. Fatehpur Sikri again. Aligarh Muslim University. Not intentional, sir or ma'am. All right. Aligarh, famous for Aligarh Muslim University. All those, Aligarh is also an important seat during the times of freedom struggle. Ayodhya, religious tourism. Fatehpur Sikri, heritage and cultural tourism. Oh yeah, in the map it is given as child and a deer symbol has been there. Harini. I'll check what it is. I don't know. I really don't know what is child there and what is a deer symbol. I'll check and get back to you. Tomorrow we don't have a class, right? Day after we have class, Thursday. I'll get back to you on that. Thank you, Sivapriya. What about Gandak? Gandak we discussed in the yesterday's class itself, no? Gandak and Kosi we discussed in the yesterday's class while discussing about the rivers of Ganga, tributaries of Ganga. Thank you. Thank you, SIAAN20. No, Aligarh, Ayodhya, Fatehpur Sikri, which I missed, is in Uttar Pradesh regions. Fifth one is Plateau Fans, FANS. Plateau Fans. Sindhya, Aligarh, Fatehpur Sikri, and Ayodhya. I missed to mention during the places of interest in Uttar Pradesh, which has been pointed out, and we again discussed on that. That is in Uttar Pradesh. Thank you, SIAAN 2034875. Right. Fourth one is Plateau, which is degraded, Helen. Fifth one is Plateau Fans, like FANS, reduction in the plateau. So that's how your ending of plateaus comes. Okay, thank you. So we'll step into the next one. So this is your physiography of the region. Only state in India which extends from Himalayas to West Bengal. Sorry, Bay of Bengal. Only state in Himalayas which extends from Himalayan region to the Bay of Bengal regions, north to south. Shall I? Next subtopic, rivers of West Bengal. We'll finish the rivers of north and then we'll come down, right? The northern ones. Mahananda we already discussed, yes, which has an origin in Sikkim Himalayas. Joins a tributary of Ganga. Mahananda is a tributary of Ganga. Be flowing from Sikkim, West Bengal, and Bihar, right? That's the direction. Next one, Tista. In the map it is given as Tista or Tista. I'm changing the page. Tista. You'll be able to see that in the map. It is spelled as Tista in the map, T-A-S-T-A, right? Tista. Origin. Kangxi Glacier, Sikkim Himalayas. Arjun Kangsi Glacier in Sikkim. Arjun Kangsi Glacier, Sikkim. Flows through Sikkim, West Bengal, and then into Bangladesh. Flows through Sikkim, West Bengal, and then Bangladesh. Tista is a tributary of Brahmaputra. Tista is a tributary of Brahmaputra. Fine, shall I? Before 1787, Tista was earlier the tributary of Ganga. It will be flowing in the southwest direction and joins Ganga. But in 1787, a huge flood took place, and that time the river courses has been shifted completely and it joined with Brahmaputra. Nothing. It was earlier, before 1787, it was the tributary of Ganga. In 1787, its river course has been changed and it became tributary of Brahmaputra. Tista was earlier the tributary of Ganga. 1787 floods. 1787 floods. Tista was earlier tributary of Ganga. 1787 floods. At 1787 floods, the river course migrated eastwards. And became the tributary of Brahmaputra. Shall I? The next river, Jaldaka, Jalthaka, Jaldaka. Origin Sikkim Himalayas. Flows through Sikkim, Bhutan. Flows through Sikkim, Bhutan, West Bengal, Bangladesh. Flows through Sikkim, Bhutan, West Bengal, Bangladesh. Tributary of Brahmaputra. The next river, Torsa. Origin Tibet. Next river, Torsa. Origin Tibet, Bhutan, West Bengal, Bangladesh. Tibet, Bhutan, West Bengal, Bangladesh. Repeat again. Jaldaka flows through Sikkim, Bhutan, West Bengal, Bangladesh. Torsa, origin Tibet, flows through Tibet, Bhutan, West Bengal, Bangladesh. Right? We're done with the rivers of northern part of West Bengal. Then we also discussed about Mahananda. We'll discuss below Ganga regions. Right? We'll be able to see from Ganga, a small stream will be flowing downwards, and that is your Hooghly. Hugli. Yes? Can you identify? In the space where we discussed about Upper Ganga Basin or below the Ganga in West Bengal region, below Ganga river in West Bengal region, you'll be able to see a small stream will be flowing, and that's your Hooghly, right? Can you also identify a place called as Murshidabad below Ganga? Thank you, Helen. Can you also identify a place below Ganga called as Murshidabad? Yes. In Murshidabad, yeah, Farakka Barrage. Yeah, Farakka Barrage is built in Murshidabad. We discussed earlier what is barrage and what is a reservoir, and we also discussed that multi-purpose dams and barrages are also built for irrigation purposes, reducing the floods and all. But the Farakka barrage purpose is completely different. We'll be able to see, Ganga, from Ganga, a small stream will be flow through Murshidabad, and then it goes Kolkata, Aldia, and then reaches the Sundarbans regions. Yes, it will be flowing. You will have Kolkata, you will have Diamond Harbour, you will have Aldia, you will have West Bengal, Sundarbans regions also be there. Can you also identify 3 port? Ship symbol will be there. 3 port present in the region from south to north. Aldia, Diamond Harbour, Kolkata, yes. Can you identify those 3 places? Haldia, Diamond Harbour, above region Kolkata. Thank you, Alan. Yes. Your Kolkata port is not located in the coast. Your Kolkata port is located in the river Ugli. River Ugli. So it is interior. In the river, you will be having the port, right? And this is Ugli is flowing from the Ganga regions. Large amount of sediments will be there. And this region is also a river. Sediment load will be higher. The Ugli is carrying a less amount of water and it's carrying the sediments. When you flow from the slope, steep slope, you will be carrying a large amount of sediments. But when you come to the slope regions, what will happen? Velocity of the river will be reduced. So the sediments will be settling in the regions and only the water flows. That's what we discussed earlier, right? And distributors also will be flowing. We discussed that, right? If a sediment gets deposited, the depth of the place where your Kolkata port is located, what will happen to the depth of the place? The depth will increase because sediment has been accumulating over the period of time. When the depth is increasing, is it possible for large size ships to enter through the Kolkata port and to get back? Is it possible? No, right? So what has to be done? You have to make sure the depth has to be adequately available for the ships to move. So sediment has been taking place. Or will you be able to reduce the sediments? No. So other way, you can mechanically dredge DREDG. What is dredging, sir? Palandondron. We have been dredging that. We are removing the silt from the regions, right? Mechanical dredging is possible. But if you do mechanical dredging, what can happen? Extra cost has to be incurred on it. So what they thought is, we'll build a Farakka barrage on the Ganga, right? Near Murshidabad on the Ganga. And we will divert the water. We will divert the water into Ugli River. So what will happen? A large quantity of water will come. And a large quantity of water is going to flow on the Ugli River. It will naturally flush out the sediments. So you don't need to do mechanical dredging. Is it clear? Is it clear? I'll give you a statement, right? Is that fine, Cynthia? The purpose of Farakka barrage, take it down so that it will be easier for you to understand, right? The purpose of Farakka barrage is to divert waters from Ganga, to Ugli River, H-O-O-G-H-L-Y. The purpose of Farakka barrage is to divert waters from Ganga to Ugli River to flush out the sediments from Kolkata port, to flush out the sediment deposition, from Kolkata harbour, without the need for mechanical dredging. dredging. This is the stated purpose, Shivapriya. Right? I'll come to your point. Okay. So when they have done, they diverted the waters. So what happens, sir? Is the flushing has been done and there is all the intention has been fulfilled? Number one, after building of Faraka barrage and all those things, they realized that the water that is being diverted is insufficient to flush the sediments. One. Two, for this to be done, you build a barrage and you also divert the channels. So there will be large number of lands of the people, revenue lands will be that people would need to be replaced. Two major problems comes. One is after commission, they realize water is not sufficient to fulfill the purpose. Two, displacement of people. And you can see that in newspaper all the time that Bangladesh will be raising an issue with Faraka barrage that you have built the Faraka barrage, Bangladesh will be raising the issue, right? From the Bangladesh point of view, you build the Faraka barrage and you are diverting the water from Ganga, which is supposed to reach me, which is supposed to reach Bangladesh. That's a claim, that's a issue that they raise. So you have interwater dispute between the two because if barrage is not built, Faraka barrage is not built, all the waters will be flowing towards Bangladesh, right? Now the water has been diverted. Faraka barrage is a dispute, long-standing dispute between India and Bangladesh. The barrage is in Faraka, near Murshidabad. The barrage is actually in Faraka, near Murshidabad, right? Long-standing issue between India and Bangladesh for water sharing. Where is Ugli River? The entire stretch is Ugli River. In your physical map, you will be able to see Ugli River. The printers of the map have given the spelling as Hugli. You can see it as Hugli, right? That's one. That's Ugli. Right? Shall I move to the next one? The other rivers. We already discussed about Damodar. You will be able to see Damodar near your Tropic of Cancer. We discussed about Damodar earlier. We also discussed about Subarnarekha, which is below the southern part of West Bengal regions. So you are not discussing it again. We have already discussed about much in detail with respect to Damodar Valley Corporation, the dams. Damodar is the sorrow of Bengal. So dams have been constructed. It is constructed on the base of Tennessee Valley Corporations. Tillaya, Konar, Maitan, Panchet has been built. All the tributaries in Jharkhand itself we discussed, right? So last one with respect to the next subtopic, not the last one. Last one is Subarnarekha, which is also discussed. So we move to the next subtopic. Creeks of Sundarbans. Creeks of Sundarbans. There are many numbers of creeks in Sundarbans. We will be discussing only what is available in Indian regions. So in the map, you will be able to see certain names. One is Saptamukhi. What do you mean by creeks? There will be a narrow gap, narrow opening will be available through which your sea water will be flowing into the land. So you will be able to see in the Sundarbans regions, small islands will be there or gap will be available in the land surfaces and sea water enters into it, what we call as creek. Right? And creeks, we'll be able to see that in the map. Saptamukhi, Malta. Can you find that in the map? Saptamukhi. You have to look actually in the sea. Saptamukhi, Malta, Gosaba. They are given as Gosaba. Gosaba. Right? These three will be seen in map. Take the other ones. Chamira. Bangaduni. Paratala. 6 major creeks of Sundarbans in Indian part. Saptamukhi, Malta, Kosaba, all three you will be able to see that in the map. Sorry, Matla. Malta. Malta is in Mediterranean, right? The island. Matla. All Bangaduni and Baratala. 6 creeks in Indian part. Can you also see an island called as New Moor Island? Within the bracket it is given as India in the map. In the Bangladesh-India border in the coast, the Bay of Bengal region. New Moor Island, N-E-W-M-O-O-R-E, New Moor Island. In the bracket it is also given as India. That's also a region of conflict between India and Bangladesh, territorial dispute, right? Bangladesh claimed the territorial region of New Moor Island, but a couple of years before, because of climate change, sea level increase took place and the entire New Moor Island is completely submerged. Entire New Moor Island is completely submerged. And earlier, what is happening? India and Bangladesh were fighting for an island, right? What did the nature said? Sea level increase, no more island. If you people from Tamil Nadu, and if you understand, if you have seen this movie, Kenar vetna rasidi enkta irukku. Kenar illa. New Moor Island is a part of India, but with the climate change, it's a part of India. Bangladesh raised the dispute, right? It's part of India, raised by Bangladesh, and due to sea level increase, it is completely been submerged. Can you see a place called as Lothian with the deer symbol grazing? Lothian Island Wildlife Sanctuary. In Sundarbans, you will be able to see 3 protected areas. In Sundarbans, we have 3 protected areas. One is Lothian Island Wildlife Sanctuary. Next one is Halliday Highland Wildlife Sanctuary. Then you have Sundarbans, which is a national park and also a tiger reserve. Sundarbans National Park, also a tiger reserve. Shall I? And with respect to Sundarbans tiger reserve, the tigers in Sundarbans are excellent swimmers. Sir, all about the tigers in other places. They also swim. But tigers in Sundarbans swim really good because they are in the coast. They are adapted to the environment. And tigers in Sundarbans consume fishes. The rest of the tigers don't consume fishes. Here alone they do consume fishes. Environment induced characteristics. You have only fishes and you have to consume, right? And with respect to the minerals, West Bengal is the leading producer of apatite mineral, leading producer or principal holder of apatite. We'll go by locations with respect to the industries. Below Tropic of Cancer on the western side, can you see a place called as Purulia? Known for mining. You go today to Purulia, you will be able to see large numbers of mines in Purulia. Limestone mining, coal mining. When you get limestone, what kind of industries can be located? We already discussed this. Cement industries. Purulia has cement industries. Shall I? The southern part of the region, can you see Medinapur? Southern part of region, Medinapur. Fertilizers. Dinapur is known for fertilizers. Farakka is actually given in the map. I was pointing Murshidabad to identify Farakka. Farakka is given in the map itself, right? In the second edition, I can see it in the river itself. Farakka barrage, right? Coming back, Durgapur, iron and steel industry. Durgapur, iron and steel industry. Durgapur, iron and steel. Durgapur also has pig iron, PAG, pig iron. Sponge iron, SPONGE, sponge iron, pig iron. Those are types of irons, right? Pig iron, sponge iron, ferrous alloys, ferrous Fe, plus ferroalloys. Haldia is there, no? We have an oil refinery in Haldia. Oil refinery in Haldia. Oil refinery in Haldia region. I don't have an advanced version. I have the oldest version, the times which I studied. GB. We have not finished the entire Western Ghats protected areas because we are discussing about Sundarbans. We saw 3 Sundarbans related things. We'll discuss about Jaldapara and we'll discuss more, right? Medinapur is known for fertilizer and fish is veg there. Yeah, people say that it's been given by Ganga, so it is called as veg, those regions. And if you go to West Bengal and if you order for a non-veg biryani, right, and you will get a biryani, all the 6 names, for the one who asked. Right? All the you order for a biryani. It happened actually when we ordered for a mutton biryani and they served the mutton biryani very well. And once we started eating, we saw there are big pieces of mutton, right? So you obviously feel very excited, no? More than the rice, there are large numbers of pieces of mutton. And we realized that those are not mutton, actually potato. There are 2 pieces of potato and 5 pieces of, there are 2 pieces of mutton and 5 pieces of potato. And when we asked, they said, Bengal biryani, potato is the basic ingredient, one of the basic ingredients. They're like, oh God. Coal. COL. In second edition, I could not find the map of biosphere reserves. Page number 37, it is there. With me, I have first version and the second version and the third version. I carry both. Also the second version with me so that it can be easy to, if there is something more that I don't have the fourth version only. Right? I have the earlier versions which you don't have. Shall I? Places of interest. Darjeeling. You'll be able to see in the northernmost region, Darjeeling. Hills. You might have also seen this song. Shah Rukh. Right? Takataya. Mountain Railway. UNESCO. Heritage Site. Mountain Railway. UNESCO. Heritage Site. Someone asked what is UNESCO Heritage Site. If it is of more importance, something is of heritage, been there for a longer time period, which symbolizes the heritage of a particular region, they give the recognition. This is given by UNESCO to safeguard such heritage symbols all across the world. and that's what we say UNESCO heritage site, right? And mountain railway is UNESCO heritage site. Then you have Darjeeling tea, which has GI tag. Darjeeling tea, which has GI tag. Below Darjeeling, you will be able to see a place called as Siliguri. I'm moving this map. Siliguri corridor. Siliguri corridor. CORRIDOR. Siliguri corridor. It's Siliguri is the region where 22 or 27 kilometers, I am not sure with the numbers, of width will be available, which connects your mainland, so-called mainland, with the northeastern part of India. Why it is so-called mainland, sir? Don't write in the examination so-called, right? Look from the point of view of the people from northeastern part of India, and you call them as mainland and this as northeastern part of India. What difference does this makes? Right? It connects the mainland or the western part of India to the northeastern part of India. For northeast, it will be west. No, that's what I meant. It connects Siliguri corridor, connects the mainland with the northeastern part of India. So what, sir? What is the problem? We call them as chicken neck. Chicken neck. Smallest one, right? It's also called as chicken neck. So what's the problem, sir? Whenever Kosi floods, whenever there's a huge amount of flood, the entire Siliguri corridor gets blocked. So when Siliguri corridor gets blocked, right, you won't be able to have a connectivity from the mainland to the northeastern part of India. So it will be completely been blocked. So road transport is not at all possible. That becomes a major problem. Why, sir? If a disaster takes place at the same time during the monsoon in Assam region, floods takes place in Assam, how will you be able to take your rescue team? Management, disaster management, provision of food materials, water, medicines, treatment, all those becomes a major problem, right? The next one. In the physiography location, we mentioned it as 3, the upland regions. You will be able to see Malda, M-A-L-D-A, Malda, known for mangoes. It has GI tag. Malda, known for mangoes, as GI tag. Yes. Then Farakka, that has been in the map itself. So you can see where Farakka barrage has been built. From there, water will be carried to Ugli. And then below, Murshidabad, known for textiles. Murshidabad, known for textiles. If you look into the agriculture of the entire region from north to south, the northernmost region where your Darjeelings and all is available, they cultivate tea. Upland regions, cotton, tea, from north to south, tea. Upland regions, your Murshidabad, surrounding regions, cotton. Then your upper Ganga region, upper Ganga basin, rice. The lower Ganga basin, jute. Below Murshidabad, can you see a place called as Shanti Niketan? Shanti Niketan. What is it important for? Rabindranath Tagore. Education hub. Shanti Niketan. Education hub. Museum of Tagore is there. Paintings of Tagore is also there. To the left-hand direction of Shantiniketan, on the border of West Bengal, you will be able to see a place called as Chittaranjan. Chittaranjan. Locomotives manufacturing. Locomotives. Locomotives. Locomotives manufacturing. The train ka, you have the trains, no? The bogie you used to say, no? Trains, locomotives will be manufacturing unit is available in Chittaranjan. You know Purulia, right? To the right hand direction of Purulia, you will be able to see a place called as Bardhaman. 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 Leather from the goats. GOAT. Leather from the goats. Shall I? Further? Stepping into the next topic, ports. We already saw the location of the 3 ports. Aldia is a major port. Aldia is a major port. South to north, you will have Aldia, then Diamond Harbour, then Kolkata Harbour. Aldia is the major port. Diamond Harbour and Kolkata Harbour are minor ports. Diamond Harbour and Kolkata Harbour are minor ports. Page number 37. Page number 37. You will be able to see Buxa in West Bengal, the northern part of West Bengal towards Assam region. BUXA, Buxa. Buxa National Park, Buxa Tiger Reserve. Buxa National Park. Buxa is also a tiger reserve. Next to Buxa, you will be able to see Jaldapara. Buxa, Jaldapara. Yes. Jaldapara has the largest population of one-horned rhinoceros. Largest population of one-horned rhinoceros in West Bengal. Jaldapara has the largest population of one-horned rhinoceros. One-horned rhinoceros in West Bengal regions. There is one more that is not given in the map in the northern part. Neora Valley National Park, where you have an animal called as red panda. Neora Valley National Park, red panda. Buxa Tiger Reserve, Jaldapara National Park. River Torsa flows through Jaldapara. River Torsa flows through Jaldapara. River Torsa, Torsa, we already discussed that. There is in Neora Valley National Park, there is a small river that flows through, which is called as Neora. Ramsar sites, two Ramsar sites, major Ramsar sites. One is Sundarbans regions. The other one is called East Kolkata wetlands. It's located closer towards Kolkata, eastern part. East Kolkata wetlands. Very good example of both conservation and utilization. Very good example of conservation and utilization. The northern part, that's not given in your map, India. With respect to the tribes, the major tribes, I already discussed the names, the similar tribes. Santal, Payan, Munda. Speaking in terms of population. Fine. We're moving into northeastern part of India and Sikkim. We will finish the northeastern part of India and then we'll see Sikkim. Right. So, why did we? We'll see the Seven Sisters first and then we'll see Sikkim. Within the northeastern part of India, Seven Sisters, and finally we'll discuss with respect to Sikkim. Right. We'll see the physiography and then we'll take a break. Then you'll come back, we'll discuss about the rivers. We have not covered the what is it, Assam and Meghalaya part. We have covered the other parts, right? If you have been guessing what it is. Arunachal Pradesh, Naga, Manipur, Mizoram, Arunachal, Naga, Manipur, Mizo, Tripura. Sir, why are you dividing it? These are extension of your Himalayan regions, eastern Himalayas. Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, it will be even more slanting. It now looks like a mushroom or something. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வளைஞ்சு வரணும். இது வந்தா கொஞ்சம் நல்லா இருக்கும். Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, hills of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura. Right? Then ரொம்ப வளைஞ்சிருச்சு. Fine, leave it. Hills of Nagaland, hills of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura are eastern Himalayas, extension of eastern Himalayas. The mountains are broken with passes. Take it down. The mountains are broken with passes. பார்க்க எனக்கு நான் கேவலமா இருக்கறதுனால அழிச்சிடுறேன். Right? Doesn't look good to me, so I'm erased it. Right? The mountains are broken with pass, but it is physiographically same region. Mountains are broken with pass, but physiographically same region. Look into the map. The next page is on our same page. Political map or the physical map. Physical map, you will be able to see that exactly. Physical map. Look the direction, north, south, or the direction that goes. So if it has been asked, it will help you. First is Dafla Hills. First one will be Dafla Hills. Then you will be able to find Miri, Abor, Mishmi, Dafla Hills, Miri Hills, Abor Hills, Mishmi Hills. Then you can be able to see Patkaibam, Naga, East Manipur Hills, Mizo Hills. This is not in the map, but take it down. Tripura Hills. All these are extension of Himalayas, eastern Himalayas. The mountain chain is broken with pass, but they belong to the same physiography, which is physiographically one region, which is eastern Himalayas. Dafla Hills. Can you identify the places? Dafla Hills, Miri Hills, Abor Hills, Mishmi Hills, Patkaibam, Naga Hills, East Manipur Hills, Mizo Hills. Tripura won't be there in the map as mentioned. Please take it down. Tripura will not be there in the map. Tripura Hills. Most of the Tripura is also plains regions. Only few parts you will be able to see the hills. The eastern part, slightly hilly region. Yes? Can I say this? Up to this part, Arunachal Pradesh. Naga Hills, Nagaland. East Manipur Hills, Manipur. Mizoram Hills, Mizo Hills, Mizoram. Tripura Hills in Tripura. Can I say each segment has given birth to a state? Each segment of physiography has given rise to a particular state. Going to the next. Meghalaya. But before going to Meghalaya, remember this. This is your Jharkhand and your West Bengal. Bangladesh is a depression. And again you have Meghalaya. Meghalaya is an extension of Eastern Ghats. It's not Himalayas. The hills of Meghalaya is an extension of Eastern Ghats. You'll be able to see Karo, Khasi, Jaintia. Karo Hills, Khasi Hills, Jaintia Hills. The hills are located from west to east direction, not in north-south direction. In the Meghalaya, the hills are located in west to east direction. And the west to east direction goes by Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. Hills of Meghalaya is an extension of Eastern Ghats. Entire region is an extension of Eastern. From Jharkhand, again it extends to your Meghalaya regions. Only West Bengal and Bangladesh, you will be able to see a depression up to plateau, the fourth part and the fifth part of West Bengal. What we discussed, plateaus, degraded and plateau fans. Till then, it is also the same case. That is why in Purulia, you will be able to see coal. In Purulia, you will be able to see limestone. What is the similarity, sir? Your entire Eastern Ghats region is rich in minerals. Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. All these regions you saw a large amount of minerals, coal, iron ore, limestone, plenty patama, cement industry, power industry, coal is there, iron ore is there. Similar thing will also be there in your Purulia region, which is a degraded plateau, extension of Eastern Ghats regions. And after that, Ganga flows into it. Depression has been available. In the flow of Ganga, because of the depression, Ganga flows and your sediments are also been accumulated. The region is completely a plains regions, but it's still an extension. Your Meghalaya region is still Meghalaya region is an extension of Eastern Ghats, Karo, Khasi and Jaintia. Yes. So when you say it's an extension of Eastern Ghats, will you also get the minerals there? We'll be able to find lots of minerals. We'll discuss minerals when we go to Meghalaya, right? And the next one, Assam. Look into the physical map. You will be able to see on the northern part of Assam, you have Dafla, Miri, Abor, Mishmi. It goes, right? On the eastern side of Assam, you have Patkaibam. Southeast direction of the Assam, you have Naga Hills. On the southern Assam, you have Karo, Khasi and Jaintia. Can I say entire Assam is surrounded by the mountains? Himalayas on the north and the eastern side. On the southern side, you have Eastern Ghats, Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. Yes? So if rainfall takes place around the region, where will the water drain to? Entire region surrounded by the Assam is a mountain. So water will be draining towards the Assam region. All the rivers will be flowing into Assam. You will be able to see large number of tributaries joining Brahmaputra in Assam. That's one. Apart from that, sir, what else can I say? All the water flows into Assam. So huge water will be there. So what happens? Assam is highly prone to floods. You understand why? Assam is a plain region surrounded by the mountains on all sides. All the rainfall that takes place in the mountains will be draining towards Assam from the northern direction, from the eastern direction, from the southern direction, drains into Assam. Assam is highly prone to floods. Assam is a plain surrounded by the mountains. Water drains into the Assam plains and highly prone to floods in India. Highly prone to floods in India. And the river Brahmaputra divides Assam into two parts. Brahmaputra divides Assam into two parts. Fine. Take a break. Come back in 5 minutes. 7:18. We'll start by 7:23. Could you please repeat the region along with the crop cultivation? I hope you was asking about West Bengal, right? The northern part, it is tea. In the upland regions, it is cotton. In upper Ganga, it is rice. In lower Ganga, it is jute. Welcome. I'll start by 723, 724. Shall we? Rivers of northeastern part of India. So going into it, above in your political map or a physical map, right? Look into the part about Tibetan regions in Chinese part. In your political map, it is more provided, right? Above Bhutan in China part, look into the river, you will be able to see a stream, and they would have given some name, and then within the bracket they would have written as Brahmaputra, and this part is slightly missing in your map, which has been the second edition and the third edition. The earlier edition shows it very clearly. It goes up, takes a curve, U-turn, and then enters into India. This part is not shown clearly in this part. The above part alone not shown clearly in your map. Sir, why are you saying this? Brahmaputra, we'll discuss that. Brahmaputra, origin east of Kailash Mountains. East of Kailash Mountains. Flows east of Mansarovar. Brahmaputra, origin east of Kailash Mountains and flows east of Mansarovar. Flows east of Mansarovar Lake by the name Sangpo. By the name Sangpo. It takes a curve, no? We said it takes a curve and then it enters into India, right? And it enters into India near a place called as Namachabarwa. It enters into India near a place called as Namachabarwa. You will be able to see that a small stream on that particular part called as Dihang. It enters into India near Namachabarwa by the name Dihang or Siang. It enters into India near Namachabarwa by the name Diang or also called as Siang. Then origin Kailash Mountains, flows east. It flows east of Mansarovar by the name Sangpo. It takes a curve, U-turn near a place called as Namachabarwa and flows as a river called as Dihang or also called as Siang. Now look into your Assam part. You will be able to identify a place called as Dibrugarh. On the eastmost part of Assam, you will be able to identify a place called as Dibrugarh. Yes, identified. And on the western part, near the boundaries with Bangladesh, you will be able to identify a place called as Dhubri. Between Dibrugarh and Dhubri, it goes by the name Brahmaputra. Between Dibrugarh and Dhubri, it goes by the name Brahmaputra. Shall I further? Yes. After Dhubri, when it enters into Bangladesh, in the map you will be able to see a name called as Padma. The same river is called as Padma in Bangladesh. Sorry, Padma comes later. Jamuna, when it enters into Bangladesh, it is called by the name Jamuna. Enters into Bangladesh, it's called by the name Jamuna. Further south, when it flows, Ganga will be joining the Brahmaputra river or the Padma river. After Ganga joins after Ganga joins Jamuna, it is called by the name Padma. I repeat again, Jamuna flows southwards. You will be able to see Ganga joining Jamuna or Ganga joining Brahmaputra, right? After Ganga joins Brahmaputra or after Ganga joins Jamuna, similar names, right? It is called by the name Padma. After Ganga joins Brahmaputra, it is called by the name Padma, Padma. Padma further flows, you will be able to see from both the direction, many more tributaries will join Padma. Yes, many more tributaries will join Padma. After that, the river is called by the name Meghana. So people from south, Varnamayiram heroine's name, Meghana. உடனே கிட்டார் எடுத்துக்கலாம், பாட்டு பாடிடலாம் இல்லையா? Is this clear? Shall I proceed? Thank you, Soundarya. Yes, thank you. With respect to the tributaries, you will be able to see a tributary in your political map, and the name is not given. In your physical map, you will be able to see this Debang. In the map, they are given as Debang. Write it as Debang. Origin Mishmi Hills. Debang. Origin Mishmi Hills. That comes from this direction. Will be coming. This is Debang. And there will be another river which comes from this direction, which is Lohit, both as origin in Mishmi Hills. Debang, Lohit as origin in Mishmi Hills. Debang, Lohit as origin in Mishmi Hills. Now you will have Diang, which is the Brahmaputra river, to the left hand side direction of Diang. Right? Look into the map, you will be able to see Subanshri. Yes, Subanshri. Take it down, the rest of the names are not available. Subanshri. Ranganadi. Jai Bareli. Timari. Okay, I'll move. Can take it out. Ranganadi. Jai Bareli. Puttimari. Shall I take it down? And you will be able to see this river in the map, in your physical map, Manas, below Manas, Tipkai. Below Manas, Tipkai. All these emerge from the southern slope of Himalayas. All these emerge from the southern slope of Himalayas. Yes, Dibang and Lohit are in Mishmi Hills. Mishmi. Now looking into this southern side of Brahmaputra, you will be able to see a river. Two rivers will be seen, major rivers, Dhanshri and then Kapli. Dhanshri, Kapli, K-A-P-A-L-I, right? P-L-I, P-A-L-I, yeah, Kapili. Done? The next one. Go to Manipur, the rivers in Manipur. Can you identify a river by the name Barak? Shall I move to the next slide? Shall I change? Thank you. Barak. Manipur, you will be able to see this. Barak. Second largest river in northeastern part of India. Barak. Second largest river basin in northeastern part of India. Barak. Second largest river basin in northeastern part of India. Flows through, except Arunachal Pradesh, it flows through all the states. Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura. So keep it this way. Except Arunachal Pradesh, it flows through the other 7 sisters. It flows through other 7 sisters. Shall I? Further? Origin. Senapati district in East Manipur Hills. You'll be able to see another river goes by the same name as the state, Manipur River, that also has origin in Senapati district, East Manipur Hills. River Manipur, River Barak, both has origin in Senapati district, East Manipur Hills. Yes, the river Manipur, in the river Manipur, Itai Barrage has been constructed. Itai Barrage has been constructed. Take it down. Itai, I-T-H-A-I, Itai. Itai Barrage has been constructed which blocks the river Manipur water, which blocks the river Manipur water and converts Loktak Lake into a reservoir. Loktak Lake into a reservoir. It blocks the river Manipur water and converts Loktak Lake into a reservoir. Naga. Step into the next one. Nagaland. You'll be able to see a river in the map. Dikku. D-A-K-H-U. Dikku. Yes. Origin. River. Dikku. Origin. Neuroto Hills. Tanshri, origin also from Naga Hills. Tanshri, origin Naga Hills. All these merges with Brahmaputra. All these merges with Brahmaputra. Next one. Rivers of Meghalaya. Mindu River, M-Y-N-T-D-U, Mindu River. Jaintia Hills, origin, Jaintia Hills, J-A-I-N-T-I-A, Jaintia Hills. Next one. Simsang. Origin, Garo, G-A-R-O, Garo. Origin, Garo Hills. Kinshi, origin, Khasi Hills. Origin, Khasi Hills. all these flows into Brahmaputra. All these flows into Bangladesh, which will be joining Brahmaputra. All these flows into Bangladesh. Next one, rivers of Tripura. Rivers of Tripura. Gumti River. Gumti River flows in Tripura and Bangladesh. Flows in Tripura and Bangladesh. Joins Meghna. Gumti River flows in Tripura and Bangladesh. Joins Meghna. Next one, Mizoram. Rivers of Mizoram. Kaladan. K-A-L-A-D-A-N. Kaladan. Biggest south flowing river. What do you mean by south flowing? It doesn't flow towards the north, rather it flows towards the south from Mizoram. South flowing river forms boundary between India and Myanmar. Forms boundary between India and Myanmar. Right? So why is this river important? We have a project called as Kaladan Multimodal Transport Project. Kaladan Multimodal Transport Project. It has 3 parts. When you say multimodal, what does you mean multimodal? You are not using only one mode of transport. You are using more than one mode of transport will be there. And what are the subdivisions of the part? Kolkata port in India is connected with Sitwe port in Myanmar by sea route. This is available in Myanmar. Sitwe port. Kolkata port in India is connected to Sitwe port by sea route. Kolkata port in India is connected to Sitwe port in Myanmar by sea route. After that, Sitwe is connected to Paletwa through Kaladan river transport. Kaladan river transport. Sitwe port is connected to a place called Paletwa, P-A-L-E-T-W-A, Paletwa, through Kaladan river. Through Kaladan river transport. The river origins in India also flows in Myanmar. The place Paletwa, right, from the place Paletwa, the interiors of Myanmar is connected through road transport. You understand, multimodal transport. Kaladan origins in India and flows into Myanmar. So why is this important? The project is funded by Ministry of External Affairs of Government of India. The project is funded by Ministry of External Affairs. The project is funded by Ministry of External Affairs of Government of India. Is it clear? I repeat again. Kaladan river origins in Mizoram. It flows in Mizoram part of India and Myanmar. We have a project called as Kaladan Multimodal Transport Project. Multimodal, more than one mode of transport. The Kolkata port is connected to Sitwe port in Myanmar through sea route. Sitwe port is connected to a place called Paletwa through the Kaladan river transport. From Paletwa, it has been connected to the interiors of Myanmar through road transport. The project is funded by External Affairs, Ministry of External Affairs of India. Shall I? Origin, Mizo Hills. I have not told it. Next one, a river called Karnafuli. A river called Karnafuli. Origin, Lushai Hills in Mizoram. Lushai Hills in Mizoram. Second edition and third edition, go to page number 70. Are the people who use a different map? Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal and Maldives is the title of the map. Karnafuli, origin, Lushai Hills, Mizoram. Took the map, page number 70. We'll be able to identify a place called as Chittagong. Page number 70, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal and Maldives. Yes, thank you, Helen. Right. Chittagong. Karnafuli flows into Chittagong port. Karnafuli. Chittagong is a port in Bangladesh. Karnafuli flows into Chittagong port. There are two places where Chittagong would be written. Chittagong is a region and also you will be able to see Chittagong is a location. Circle will be kept. Chittagong port. That's a place where Karnafuli flows into. Yes. Can you also see Karnafuli reservoir in Bangladesh? Karnafuli reservoir. River emerges in India, flows into Bangladesh. A reservoir is in Bangladesh and it flows into the port. The entire region of Chittagong region is dependent upon Karnafuli and the Karnafuli reservoir. Yes. So what? What is the importance? Why are we stressing on that? Usually, you will be reading in the map regarding to usually you will be reading in the map regarding Faraka Barrage, Teesta River, all the times between India and Bangladesh, and you will always see that India and Bangladesh has disputes, right? That is there. Of course, it's true, agreed. But there are also places where you will be able to establish your cooperation. There are rivers which are seen as a conflict. Yes, at the same time, rivers are also the zones of cooperation. It's up to one how they handle it, right? The Karnafuli River origins in India, flows into Chittagong. The Chittagong region has been dependent upon the Karnafuli River and the Karnafuli Reservoir. Sir, geographical basis for establishing, you can write that way, or you can also say, sir, India, Bangladesh has a better relationship. You will be able to, because your region, you will be able to do, or if you construct a dam, that will become conflict. You divert the rivers of Karnafuli, it will become conflict. So your rivers, transboundary rivers, are always the zone of conflict or the zone of cooperation. How you handle will be making the picture. You will be able to bring this, the river as a medium for cooperation or a friendly relationship in Bangladesh, or Kaladan as a friendly relationship with Myanmar. Likewise, multiple rivers which flows from the northeastern part of India to Bangladesh. And you will also be able to say, we discussed something called a Siliguri corridor when we discussing about West Bengal. Yes, he said that is the only pathway to connect the mainland region or the rest of India with respect to northeastern part of India. Yes, and they confirmed it. We also, while starting Assam, we said, sir, Assam is surrounded by mountains on all the sides, and all over the rainfall that takes place will be draining into Assam. So that region is highly flood prone region. When Kosi is carrying a huge amount of flood during the monsoon, your Assam will also carry a huge amount of flood. Yes, if Kosi blocks Siliguri corridor, at the same time, if Assam undergoes floods, will not be able to bring in by road-wise communication, or any transport system by the road will be disconnected, and that will create a large amount of delay in disaster management, rescue operations, delivery of goods and services. So what has India always been looking into it? India is trying to bring in better cooperation with Bangladesh, working on it, better cooperation with Bangladesh. You will be able to establish your transport system, connectivity system from the mainland to northeastern part of India through Bangladesh. Either way, they are dependent. They are dependent from Karnafuli River or other rivers. We are dependent for their communications, transport, better development, better trade, economic development. That can also be said. More transport facilities are available, sir. More tourism can go to northeastern part of India. Tourism is one of the major economic attraction to northeastern part of India. We have a large amount of art, indigenous sector of the people, their art, handicrafts, culture, festivals, dresses. Tourist attraction will also be there. India also has look east policy, which can be connected through northeastern part of India to Myanmar or Southeast Asian regions. So you'll be able to use the region and its resources of rivers, culture, tribes, ethnicity in your international relations area. Your international relations faculty, Govindra sir, will come and discuss much more into it. Just a bit of pick, right? So, going to the next one. One more river, Dalleshwari. You will be able to see that in the map. North flowing river. Dalleshwari, north flowing river. Dalleshwari, north flowing river. Origin Mizoram Hills. Mizo Hills. We'll step into states one by one. We'll start with Arunachal, and then we'll move on south, and then we'll discuss Meghalaya, Assam, and finally Sikkim. Arunachal Pradesh. The eastern side of Arunachal Pradesh, you will be able to identify a place called as Bomdila. 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 It's a pass connecting India and Bhutan. Bomdila. Pass connecting India and Bhutan. Bomdila. Above Bomdila, in the northwest direction, you will be able to see Tawang. Largest Buddhist monastery. Largest Buddhist monastery. Shall I? From Tawang or Bomdila, if you move on the right hand side direction, you will be able to see Zero Valley, which has Apatani tribes and known for rice and fish cultivation. Both will be done together. Apatani tribes performing fish and rice cultivation, rice and fish cultivation. Bomdila Pass, Tawang, largest Buddhist monastery. Zero Valley, Apatani tribe, rice and fish cultivation. From Zero Valley, further go right hand side direction on the edge of near the Lohit river, you will be able to see a place called as Parasuram Kund. Religious place. Parasuram Kund is a religious site. Coming south from Parasuram Kund, you will be able to see a location called as Changlang. Changlang. The entire district, that's a Changlang place. The entire district is Changlang. Easternmost district in India. Changlang district. Easternmost district in India. Right? Easternmost district in India. Arunachal Pradesh orange as GI tag, orange. Arunachal Pradesh orange as GI tag. Arunachal Pradesh is also known for orchids. 50% of India's orchid species. We are not speaking about commercial only. We are speaking about wild, commercial altogether. 50% of India's orchid species is located in Arunachal Pradesh. 50. So can I say, if better transport, better connectivity, better air connectivity, Arunachal Pradesh also has a huge potential cold storage system. Arunachal Pradesh has a huge potential for flower industry, floriculture industry. We have a large piece of orchids, right? Use it for floriculture industry. Has huge potential for floriculture industry. Next point, takin is an animal. Takin is an animal, a deer-like animal. Deer-like animal, T-A-K-I-N, takin is a deer-like animal located only in Arunachal Pradesh in India. Within India, it is present only in Arunachal Pradesh. But in the world, it is present in India, China, Myanmar. India, China and Myanmar. Shall I? Entire northeastern part of India is rich with, I have this as general idea, entire northeastern part of India is rich with coal, natural gas, oil, coal, natural gas and oil. Entire northeastern part of India is rich with coal, natural gas and oil region. In Arunachal Pradesh, we get coal, oil, petroleum and natural gas. Coal, oil, petroleum and natural gas. Page number 37. For India biogeographic regions, wildlife and wetlands. Namadappa Tiger Reserve. In the Changlang district, you will be able to see Namadappa Tiger Reserve. This has already been asked in UPSC preliminary twice. They asked where it is located once and they asked about the characteristics. We have leopard, we have tiger, we have snow leopard, all three present in one tiger reserve itself. One national park, Namadappa National Park. Namadappa National Park has tiger reserve too, right? You have leopard, you have tiger, you have snow leopard. You will be able to see, you go to Bandipur, you will see tiger and leopard itself. But snow leopard will not be there. Right? Snow leopards are present only in Himalayas. Most of the places where snow leopards are there, like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and all, tigers will not be there. It is completely peak, snow-capped peak. So this is one place, completely unique. How is it possible, sir? The Namadappa National Park ranges from 100 meters elevation to 4,000 meters elevation. 100 meters elevation to 4,000. So 4,000 meters elevation, you get snow leopards. Below, you will get tiger and leopards, right? And then we saw Dibang and Dibang is a biosphere reserve. Dibang, biosphere reserve. Namadappa is a national park. Mauling is also a national park. Apart from that, you have other important wildlife sanctuaries. Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary, Sasa Orchid Wildlife Sanctuary, and wildlife sanctuary to conserve the orchids of wild species. Shall I? Further, the tribes of Arunachal Pradesh, Abor. We saw a mountain, no, Abor. Tribes are also Abor. We saw Mishmi. We have tribe Mishmi. Aka, Abor, Aka, Mishmi. We saw Dafla Hills, right? Dafla tribes. We already saw Apatani tribes. You will be able to see this in northeastern part of India. The tribe names and the hill names or more or less similar will be there, or same tribe name will have, tribes will be same, a particular tribe and the hill name will be same, and the tribes will be present in that particular hills. And in certain states, we will be able to see this. Naga hills, Naga is the largest tribe, Nagaland. Manipur hills, Manipur state. Tripura, Tripura tribes, Tripura state. Mizoram, Mizo tribes, Mizo hills. So tribe name, state name, hills name will be same in certain places, right? Moving to the next one, Nagaland. Are we exploring coal, petroleum reserves in northeastern part of India? In many places, petroleum, natural gas, coal, oil, many places we will be seeing that, right? In Assam, we will be seeing, we are exploring it, all the places. Go little slow, okay? It's a GSAAS. Yeah. GHAIS. Globally, GHAIS now, globally heritage agricultural important site, right? Global heritage agricultural important site. Yes. Ignore that part. One is Koraput, Odisha. Which one in Arunachal Pradesh? I forgot. Koraput, Odisha is a GHAA site. Another one is Parasuramkund is a religious site, Ashwin. Zero Valley, yeah. Your Zero Valley and Koraput in Odisha are the only two globally important agricultural heritage site, right? It goes by the term globally important agricultural heritage site, GIAHS, right? Globally important agricultural heritage site. Dalleshwari River, north flowing river, joins Brahmaputra. Yeah, globally important agricultural heritage site. Not GHAIS, GIAHS. Globally important heritage site. Right? Parasuramkund is a religious site, and Dalleshwari River, north flowing river. Moving to the next one, Nagaland. See, I have lots of friends from northeastern part of India, right? And every single time, I don't know how many of you have seen this and how many of you have felt this, but I have felt this. Every time I see them, and especially they dress, you'll see like, how come these two can match? How come these two can fit? Not just in a weird manner, but in a very beautiful manner. How come this you can make this two fit and this looks really good? Fashion industry, right? But at the same time, I also felt that if by any chance I wear the same combo of costumes or the costumes, I will look really weird. Only they can do it and they can carry it really well. But leaving this part aside, if you have felt that, you can also understand this. They have a huge potential for fashion industry. 1. 2. Hornbill Festival. There are many numbers of festivals, which has been conducted in entire northeastern part of India, but the specialty of Hornbill Festival is this has been promoted by the state itself, for tourist attraction. Promoted by the state for tourist attraction. Hornbill Festival. The region has, Nagaland has coal, limestone, iron ore, right? We have a peak called as Saramati peak in Nagaland. Saramati peak in Nagaland. In Tanki National Park in Tanki National Park. With respect to the tribes, major tribes, Naga. 98% of the tribes in Nagaland belongs to Naga. Entire part of the entire northeastern part of the states of northeast part of India has high amount of literacy. Large numbers of tribes are there, large numbers of indigenous people are there. When we see the indigenous peoples or the tribal people in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, and the literacy rate will be much lower, right? But in northeastern part of India, the literacy rate is good, really good, and in certain states it's extremely high as well, right? Literacy rate is high with respect to all the states of northeast part of India. Why, sir? How is that possible? During the times of British itself, there is a large number of Christian missionaries which worked on them, right? Which worked there, and they imported the English education. And once you understand the importance of education, the next generation, if my father studied up to 10th standard, he makes sure me and my sister studies up to college, right? So you are moving from generation to generation. Once you understand the importance of education, and that penetrates further, and it's a societal movement. So during the times of British itself, Christian missionaries worked, and after that, post-independence, no need of Christian missionaries. There are large, majorly, the government, it's very easy to improve the education with the place, right? Large amount of literacy rate. Naga has close to 70% of literacy. Next state, Manipur. You'll be able to see Kabul Lamjo, right? In Manipur. Closer towards, you will also have Loktak Lake. Loktak Lake. Only floating national park in the world. Loktak Lake. Only floating national park in the world. Sir, what is floating national park? Entire region, we already said that Itai barrage is being constructed to make sure the Loktak Lake is converted into a reservoir, right? Large amount of water body will be there. Small structures of land will be there. Small structures of land or small surface areas will be there. Small houses will be there. People reside there. Loktak Lake is also only floating national park. Huge tourist attraction. You can go there. Resorts are also there. Right? Only floating national park in the world. Right? Next one, Kabul Lamjo. You can see Kabul Lamjo, right? It has Kabul Lamjo as a particular deer variety called Sangai. Sangai deer, Kabul Lamjo, a particular deer variety called Sangai deer. Manipuri is the classical dance. Manipuri is the classical dance. Pungcholam is the folk dance. Pungcholam is the folk dance. Tangla, martial art. Tangla, martial art. Manipur and Mizoram are known for, Sangai deer is also called by dancing deer, by the name dancing deer. Manipur and Mizoram known for bamboo industry. Manipur, Mizoram are known for bamboo industry. Major tribe, Thadou. If my pronunciation is wrong and if you are from that region, excuse me. I'm not good with the pronunciation, right? Again, literacy rate has been high. Moving into the next state, Mizoram. In the physical map of Mizoram, you will be able to see a mountain range. Blue Mountain Peak, 2164. highest in Manipur, sorry, highest in Mizoram. Blue Mountain, highest in Mizoram. Saramadi, Nagaland, highest in Saramadi. Next one. Chapchai Kut, C-H-A-P, Chapchai Kut. Bamboo dance they make. You would have seen this, right? The men will be sitting there. There will be any number of bamboo sticks will be there. Men will be sitting on both the sides. Couple of people on both the sides, and they will be holding two bamboo sticks, and they will be connecting the two bamboo sticks together, and then they will be separating it, connecting and separating. The woman will be dancing between them. The dance is called Chapchai Kut. Chapchai Kut. Tribes. These are Lushai, no? Lushai Hills. Lushai, Mizo tribes in Mizo mountains, right? Lushai. Lushai is the largest tribe. We also have a tribe called Chakma. Chakma. Lushai, Chakma. The next state, Tripura. Tripura. Plains. Plains. We also have Tripura Hills. Plains. We also have Tripura Hills. We have a pineapple called as Queen pineapple. Queen pineapple, known for its aroma and a different level of sweetness. Unique aroma and sweetness. Queen pineapple, aroma, unique aroma and sweetness. Then we have Unakoti Hills. It's a large number of stone carving has been done there. Unakoti rocks. Unakoti Hills. Large Unakoti Hills. HALLS. Unakoti Hills. Large amount of rocks are there, and in that stone carving has been done. So tourist attraction has been there. You will be able to see a place called Udaipur. Yes, it is like a land of lake. Almost you will be able to see a lake near to every household there, right? That much amount of water is available, but people will be buying drinking water. Any idea? As you said, high rainfall region, large amount of flow of water will be taking place, and they also erode the sediments. Though there is a plenty of water, the sediment load in the water is extremely high. Even if you use a filter, you will be forced to change the filter, purifying filter within the water filter once in every few days. That's not possible, right? And high sediment load, high sedimentation. It's sedimentation, Vinisha. Harini, a place called Mao in Senapati district, where Barak and Manipur rivers origin, right? Cherry Blossom Festival is there, sir. Started recently in 2017. Okay. Do they pick cherry? Like we have this, no? In Mahabalish, we'll be discussing in Maharashtra. We have Mahabalish strawberry picking festival. Is it like known for cherry and they pick cherry? Just curious and asking. Coming back to Tripura, Queen Pineapple, Unakoti River, Udaipur, and they also have natural gas. They recently started exploration also in Tripura region, natural gas. Tripura also has Clouded Leopard National Park. Clouded Leopard National Park. Your Namalpa has all four: leopard, clouded leopard, snow leopard, and tiger. All four major animals. Coming back here. Okay, the cherry blossom flowers like the one in Japan. Fine. Thank you, Arni. Coming back here, protected areas, Clouded Leopard National Park, and tribes. The major tribe goes by the name Tripura. Tribe name is also Tripura. Tribe name is also Tripura. The next state, Meghalaya. Meghalaya. In your physical map, you will be able to see Nokrak Peak. Nokrak Peak. Nokrak Peak is a biosphere reserve. Nokrak is a biosphere reserve. And in the southern part of Meghalaya, in Kasi, below Kasi Hills regions, you will be able to see two locations, Chirapunji and Masinram. First will be Masinram and then will be Masinram. Right hand side to Masinram, you will be able to see Chirapunji. Located in your political map, Chirapunji and Masinram. Wettest place in the world. It receives the highest rainfall in the world. Highest amount of rainfall. When we say the highest amount of rainfall, it's going to be extremely high, right? If you are from Tamil Nadu or from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, the leeward side of Karnataka or Maharashtra, especially the Marathwada, Vidarbha, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, we people have never seen rainfall. If it is rainfall, it will be Kerala. The Konkan coast regions of Karnataka, Goa, up to Maharashtra regions, they have seen rainfall. It pours like anything, downpour like anything, Koktu. But that is slightly less in compared to what takes place in Masinram and Chirapunji. 10,000 mm, 1,000 centimeters of rainfall. That's huge, right? Highest, wettest place in the world. And as we said earlier, it's a part of Eastern Ghats regions. They are rich with minerals. And in Meghalaya, we will be able to see an illegal form of mining called as rat hole mining. Small hole, like how the rat has been making a hole. They extract the resources, illegal, at the same time highly dangerous, disaster prone. Meghalaya is rich with coal reserves. Coal, C-O-A-L. Meghalaya is rich with coal reserves. Yes. And I'll tell you with respect to each hills and what is the minerals that have been present. In case of Garo, Kasi, Jaintia, all three, you have coal and limestone. All three hills, coal and limestone. Kasi hills, copper, lead and zinc, copper, lead and zinc, silver. Kasi hills, copper, lead and zinc and silver. Garo and Jaintia hills, feldspar and rock phosphate. Feldspar and rock phosphate. I repeat, Kasi hills, copper, lead and zinc and silver. Garo and Jaintia hills, feldspar and rock phosphate. Next one. We will be also able to see cement industry in Jaintia hills, large numbers of cement industry. We already said coal and limestone is available throughout the Meghalayan region. Cement industries are located in Jaintia hills. Major tribes, Kasi, Garo, Jaintia. Kasi hills, Kasi tribes, Garo hills, Garo tribes, Chainshia is Chainshia tribes. Reading the tribe names in northeast part of India is easy, right? State name, tribe name, hill name, all those who belongs to the same one. Yes. Next one, Assam. Fertile soil, rice and jute cultivation. Fertile soil, rice and jute cultivation. Largest producer of tea in India, Assam. Largest producer of tea in India. Largest producer of tea in India. We discussed about the silk, no? Mulberry, Tasar, Oak Tasar, Eri, Muga. Assam produces all 5 types of silk. It's the only state. We discussed, while discussing about it, we said Mulberry anywhere, sir, no problem, ma'am. And with respect to Tasar, the largest producer will be Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Odisha. Oak Tasar, Western Himalayas. Eri and Muga in northeastern part of India. Within that, Assam produces all 5 kinds of silk. Assam produces all 5 types of silk. Assam is also the largest producer of Eri and Muga silk. Assam is the largest producer of Eri and Muga. We discussed about the silk already, right? Assam is the largest producer of Eri and Muga silk. Manas, we saw a river, no? Manas. You can see a tiger symbol will also be there in Manas. Manas Tiger Reserve. Manas river flows through Manas Tiger Reserve. Manas river flows through Manas Tiger Reserve. Next one, Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga National Park. Highest population of one-horned rhinoceros in the world. Sir, we said something similar to Jaldapara also, no? What is the difference then? Jaldapara, highest population of one-horned rhinoceros in West Bengal. Kaziranga, highest population of one-horned rhinoceros in the one-horned rhinoceros, not the other rhinoceros, right? One-horned rhinoceros in the world altogether. Kaziranga, highest population of one-horned rhinoceros in the world. Kaziranga also has highest population density of tigers. What do you mean by population density? We are not speaking about population here. One-horned rhinoceros, we spoke about population, numbers. When we say density, a particular unit of land, more numbers of tigers is available. Kaziranga, highest population density of tigers in India. Highest population density of tigers. Right. Next one. We'll look into the places of interest. Can you identify a place called as Guwahati? We will flow in the rivers from the from the eastern side to western side we will be moving, right? Closer towards Brahmaputra. Guwahati. Can you identify Guwahati? Seat of High Court. Guwahati, seat of High Court. Is Guwahati capital of Assam? Dishpur is the capital of Assam. Usually you will have the capital city of the state as the seat of High Court. But very few places you will have the different uniqueness. Here the capital city is Dishpur, but the seat of High Court is Guwahati. Right? Guwahati, seat of High Court. Headquarters of Northeastern Frontier. Headquarters of Northeastern Frontier. railways, right? Flowing further north, right? Can you identify a place called Tezpur? Tezpur. Tezpur. Lychee as GI tag. Tezpur lychee as GI tag. Tezpur lychee. GI tag. Can you identify a place called as Majuli? Further eastern direction. Majuli. Majuli Island is the largest riverine island in the world. Majuli Island is the largest riverine island in the world. We already discussed what is riverine island when discussing about Omkareshwar Island in Narmada, right? Largest island located in the river. Largest riverine island in the world. Assam has well developed inland river transport system. Assam has well developed inland river transport network. Right? With respect to the minerals, as we discussed earlier, coal, petroleum, natural gas. Assam has a large amount of that. Second largest producer of natural gas in India. Second largest producer of natural gas in India. Second, I'll finish this and then I'll write. Right? It's striking. Second largest producer of natural gas in India. Fourth largest producer of petroleum in India. I have the idea as the numbers because the position will change. If few more exploration started in another state, positions will change. But I have an idea, they contribute large in terms of energy security or petroleum and natural gas. That idea is enough, right? And with respect to the minerals, you have coal, limestone, iron ore, coal, limestone, iron ore, petroleum and natural gas. Coal, limestone, petroleum, iron ore and natural gas. Fine. Shall I further? With respect to petroleum and the regions, look into your map, you will be able to see above Changlang, the place Changlang which has been written, or other words, easternmost region of your Assam, adjoining Arunachal Pradesh. You will be able to see Digboy. Digboy. Left hand direction to Digboy, Dibrugarh, which we already have seen, right? Digboy. Yes? Identified? Digboy, Dibrugarh, Nagargatia, Digboy, Dibrugarh. Below Dibrugarh, you will see Nagarkatia. Nagarkatia. To the left hand side direction of Nagarkatia, crossing the river, you will see Lakhimpur. Lakhimpur. Yes. Below Lakhimpur, you will be able to see Sibsagar. Oil fields are located in all these places. Digboy oil fields, Nagarkatia oil fields located in Dibrugarh district, oil fields located in Sivsagar district, Lakhimpur district. All these have oil fields. Shall I? Further? And apart from these three, wherever the oil fields are there, right, you also have oil refineries in other regions. Bongaigan oil refinery as oil refinery. They don't have oil fields but have oil refinery, right? Guwahati oil refinery. Numaligarh oil refinery. Numaligarh oil refinery. Is it limestone is available? No. So cement industries are also located. Petroleum refineries are available. So what kind of industry? This region is also a plains. Agriculture is cultivated there. Rice is cultivated. Tea is cultivated. So demand is also there. What kind of industry? Fertilizer industries. Shall I further? Just finish 1 minute, nothing more. I'm done with it. Right hand direction of Dibrugarh. Can you see a place called as Tinsukia? Iron and steel. Tinsukia. Tansukia. Tinsukia. Iron and steel. Tinsukia. Iron and steel. Along with the national parks we have seen Orang, Pabitora, Orang, Pabitora. Same name, I'm writing it down. Olangappar National Park, Olangappar National Park, Orang, Pabitora, Olangappar National Park, the important ones. In Olangappar National Park, take it down. Orang, Pabitora, and Olangappar National Park. Two more lines, I'm done with the class, right? In Olangappar National Park, you'll be able to see Holo gibbon, only ape in India. Only ape species available in India. Holo gibbon, only ape species in India. Tribes Boro, Miri, Mikir are the major tribes. We're done with Assam. We'll discuss Sikkim the next class, right? Yes, Guwahati High Court for the entire northeastern part of India. I will repeat the minerals again with respect to Meghalaya, right? That's what a couple of people have been asking about it, right? Meghalaya, coal and limestone in all three places. Coal and limestone in all three places. East Kasi, copper, silver, lead and zinc. Kasi, copper, silver, lead and zinc. Garo and Jaintia. Feldspar, rock phosphate. Fine, ma'am. Written on the board as well. Not phosphorus, rock phosphate. Helen. Thank you. Welcome. Why is rat hole mining dangerous? You make a small hole, you enter into the region to take all the mining from it. If there is a collapse, if there is a closure of the hole, then the particular person who entered cannot be able to come out. It's completely ஒரே ஒரு சின்ன ஓட்டை போட்டு உள்ள இறங்கணுங்க. Small hole, then you have to get down to take all the resources. Completely disaster. If any disaster takes place, safeguarding the people is a huge task. Some things in news you would have seen that in Latin America, in Central American regions that happened, in Myanmar it happened like a year or two before, or 2 or 3 years before it happened, right? Boro, Miri, Mikir tribes in Assam. Boro, Miri, Mikir, the tribes in Assam regions. Anything else? Shall we end the session? See, between Chirapunji and Masindram, the wettest place will be changing. Earlier, it was Chirapunji was the wettest place, and now Masindram is the wettest place. Earlier, it was Chirapunji the wettest place, now Masindram. Both gets the highest amount of rainfall. Wetness will be based upon the amount of rainfall one year, this can be the other year. Done? Shall I leave? Thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you Ellen. Thank you Soundri.